Good evening, great evening, ladies and gentlemen. So today, hashtag Women Power, a global movement. Mumbai chapter is presenting yet again the most powerful and enriching session of hashtag Women Power. And today we have someone who's very powerful and strong as a women entrepreneur, as a women achiever. And I'll start it on a note. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vidya Rupen Sansita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. So today being Vasant Panchami, we wish all of you, all of us in fact, and pray to the goddess Saraswati and seek her blessings in form of infinite wisdom and divine knowledge. So welcome to each and everyone on this today's session. And we have Miss Vartica with us today, who's doing lots of work that we'll be, knowing during the core of discussion of on this platform. And I'll request my co-host, Miss Neeti, to welcome our today's guest speaker. And then I'll introduce the most powerful lady who has so many accolades and awards to her name. And she's one of the most inspiring young entrepreneur, young women leader that we have in our nation. So an international figure too, that I'll be telling very soon. So over to you, Miss Niti.
Thank you so very much. A very good evening, everyone. आओ हुजूर तुमको सितारों पे ले चलूं दिल झूम जाए ऐसी बहारों में ले चलूं आओ हुजूर आओ जी हाँ, आप सबको नीति शर्मा का प्यार भरा नमस्कार। स्वागत है आप सभी का हमारे इस कार्यक्रम जिसका नाम है हैशटैग वुमेन पावर अ ग्लोबल मूवमेंट प्रेजेंटेड बाय ग्लोबल टैलेंट कंपनी प्राइवेट लिमिटेड। जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं कि मुंबई चैप्टर में हम हर महीने एक नई सफल महिला का इंटरव्यू लेते हैं और आप जानते हैं उन सभी महिलाओं के उन सभी पहलों को जिनसे उन्होंने तरक्की की अपनी राह चुनी। आज जिन सितारे को हम लेकर आए हैं उनका मानना ये है कि जैसे ये गीत मैंने गाया बिल्कुल वैसे ही किसी दिन हम सितारों पर जाएं। उनका ये भी मानना है कि बी योरसेल्फ इज द बेस्ट गिफ्ट दैट यू कैन गिव एवर गिव टू योरसेल्फ। शी इज एडिटर इन चीफ, सरफेस रिपोर्टर, she is a dancer, she is a singer, she is being recognized as one of the top 1,000 women of Asia, and she is Vartica Dwivedi. Welcome, Vartika ji.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's a great honor for me to be here in your platform, and the way that you introduce is so special. You know, I, uh, I'm a devotee of Saraswati ji, and today I started my morning with 800, 108 times jap of Saraswati ji. I'm a very, very big devotee of Saraswati ji. So thank you so much for such a beautiful, introduction.
You're welcome, Vartika ji. Shall you start it with that only? Shall we start our program with your recitation of Saraswati Puja?
See, Saraswati Puja is quite fast. You have to follow the entire process. But
Okay.
then
Any shloka?
every year during Saraswati Puja, okay, what we do is we do the Saraswati माँ का जो उनको नमन करना 108 बार करते हैं, पहले लिखते हैं, because writing and everything, these are connected with knowledge, education and everything. So writing 108 times Om Saraswati Nama, like this, we start like this, and then the entire puja happens. So Saraswati ji is all about music, education, knowledge, inspiration, and so I think आपने दोनों चीजों को एक साथ कर दिया, एक गीत गा के and सरस्वती माँ का नाम लेके. So I think it's a great start.
Oh, thank you so very much, Vartika ji. Anshul ji, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And yes, as today we are celebrating Vasant Panchami, which is dedicated to Ma Saraswati. And जैसा हम लोग अपनी हिंदी सभ्यता में बोलते हैं कि जो भी बोलने में बहुत अच्छा है या जिसको नॉलेज बहुत जाता है, हम उसको बोलते हैं कि सरस्वती का वास है. एंड दैट टुडे वी आर एक्चुअली विजुअलाइजिंग इट ऑन द शो इटसेल्फ, and that is very well evident when we are looking at Vartica. And Vartica is, as I'm mentioning again and again, she's an international figure, and she's award-winning entrepreneur, community builder for women in design, architecture, and publisher for
Wow.
a magazine also. And she is water warrior. So
Hmm.
something which we will listen from her side, that how it is happening and what she is doing. And
Hmm.
she founder of Wade Asia, which is world's largest or leading platform for women in design. And she's a chairperson of, and she's this magazine wherein like they cover success stories of women leader and women entrepreneurs. She's co-chairperson of Women Entrepreneurs Committee, PhD, Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And a story of her life, early life struggles and inspirations was selected by
Hmm.
Chicken of the Indian Soul at Work by Westland Publishing. And so
Wow.
many things, yeah, so many things other than like she has been appreciated by various awards and various accolades. And
Hmm.
one very inspiring and which is highly motivating to, and that is, I would say, dream of many of in fact most of us, is she was awarded by our president, Mr. Ramnath Kovind, also for her work towards conserving water and creating the women team for water warriors. So over to you, Vartika, and we would love to listen from you, because see, I'll be covering that in due course of discussion, that she has been covered by various news channels and various magazines, national newspapers, by lots of media. She has got so much of I would say a spotlight because the kind of work she has done.
Hmm.
And I will request Vartika to share more about and how she started from
Shall we
small.
start up with childhood?
Definitely.
Yeah, because the journey should start from the very beginning of the life. It's a
Yeah, so
childhood.
how it
Vartika
all
ji, yeah.
started, and now I would not say it's pinnacle, but yes, certainly it's towards the pinnacle you are reaching, and the way you are growing, I think it is tremendous. So
Yeah.
please share your story, Vartika.
Thank you so much. And I think it was really quite a lot of things that you people have come to know about me and shared. I will try to do justice to the discussion today. And definitely, if you want me to start from childhood, okay, I'll just touch a little bit of it and then come to the entrepreneurship, because I feel that most women watching today, they want to know, or they want to, they are at certain periphery which they want to cross or which they want to
True.
touch. So I would like to share more about those things. And I'm so thankful to both of you for your bright, cheerful way of, sharing things and, introducing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And that means so much, such a lot for me. So see, my father was into, he was working under the state government of Nagaland.
Mhm.
And so early years I've spent with him in various places like that with my brothers and sisters. And life was really, really difficult when my mother expired. And my brother was just 7 days old at the time. And so, just if you talk to me about it about 5 years, 6 years back, you would see me crying all the time. I think wasted a lot of time on stage, because I was not able to express this thing or take this what has happened to me in a very normal way. But then I decided that, okay, I was also made fun of by some people saying that, okay, Vartika, अब you're going to the stage now, अभी तो बहुत रोना धोना होगा and all that. So बुरा लगा था उस वक्त. But then I said, she's not wrong or he's not wrong. You know, they've seen these things happening, but I thought, no, I have to come out of it, because unless and until I come, I come in a condition that I'm able to accept what has happened and I'm able to face that, I will not be able to move forward. So the more and more people asked me to talk about my past and all that, I started accepting those talks. Okay. I started accepting, so that कितना आंसू है, कितनी बार आएगा, आने दो, आज जाने दो, खत्म होने दो, मैं आगे बढ़ना चाहती हूँ, right? That was my feeling. So anyway, those struggles I've seen last 5-7 years, I've seen those things. I've come out of it to some certain extent. Few things you cannot come out. Like, when few things are there embedded in your childhood and embedded in your memory, and you really don't know how to take layers after layers and how to take them out completely. But yes, so childhood was very difficult when mother expired and I was the eldest.
How old you were, ma'am?
I was very young, actually just turned 8 at the time. So it was very, very, very young stage. And for a long time, I did not even know that, death means someone will not come back. So that was the stage. So it was, anyway, I want to come back to that point of entrepreneurship where I can really share things where things worked and how I made things work. So coming to Delhi was something that I decided because I always wanted to become an entrepreneur, not just doing a normal business. People were doing a lot of business and all that. I wanted to become an entrepreneur. So first of all, I want to share with people who want to know what's the difference between just doing a business and becoming an entrepreneur. So see, business is anything about exchange of values and getting profit. If you're running a business, profit is the ultimate aim, right? But when you are an entrepreneur, then innovation comes in. You want to make a change for the better. You want to make a change that impacts maybe in the social way, maybe in the emotional way, maybe in some way or the other, you're solving something and you want to add value. As a founder, you want to add value because you feel passionately about something. So profit making is a byproduct. Profit making is a byproduct of everything. But in that process, you're adding value to the society or solving a problem in a certain way. I wanted to become an entrepreneur. I had no money. I had no home in Delhi. I had nobody. Okay. But I had one thing. I had a sound mind resting on my shoulders. So, when I came to Delhi, I knew that if I get into any kind of work and all that, my studies were also not complete at that time. I have to study. I have to bring my sisters and brother for studies and all that. So much of things. But then I thought it is possible. So here I want to bring the attention of people to one thing. Many times as women, we think small sometimes. Sometimes when we think small, then when you want to reach out for the star, even if you do not reach out for the star, maybe you reach out for the cloud at least, right? But when you are thinking only to reach up to the tree, then you may not even reach up to the tree, right? So what I mean to say is that as a child, I thought, maybe you might say that, okay, Vartika, it was very childish of you to think like that at that point in time. Okay, even I think like that, at the moment that, okay, after gaining so much of knowledge and everything, I might think that, oh, what I've thought that time to make things possible for my family, for myself, to become an entrepreneur without any money, without anything. It's very easy to dismiss an idea as impossible. Okay. But what I want to stress out here is that, no, don't think like that. Think of the possibilities. If you are bringing a change to anybody's life, your life, and to everything, so don't say no to such big ideas. So that was the first entrepreneurial journey, I would say, I started at that point when I wanted that, okay, Vartika, this is your only chance. Okay. You might fail. It's okay. It's okay. But how many times you fail and get up will make sure where you reach in the time to come. Okay. So that was the point. So what I did is I thought that, okay, fine, I will reach out to companies and I will ask them if they want a working partner. I had nothing,
okay.
I had nothing, but I had one thing, that I knew that I will take little money, but I will have to learn, because unless and until I get some kind of mentorship in terms of learning while working, I'll not be able to manage both the things. So I was now I kind of pat on my back and thinking that, oh, Vartika, you really thought something. Okay, that might have not worked, but thankfully it did. It did. And
Your
there were
answer
some
worked.
companies. So there were, I got so much of rejection, and what I used to do, how I used to handle rejection, because I understood that, suppose I contacted, 55, 60 companies, and I got rejection from most of them, all of them. And many people thought I'm mad. Okay. And many thought, oh, ye to bachchi hai, ye to, she will get fine in some days. She has just got this madness and all that. Because I could not tell them what my background and how I'm coming, right? So, and I used to not share all these things, because you never know how people will judge. And that time when I came to Delhi, people used to, women were not, girls were not that much in any kind of profession and all that, right? And that too, in companies and all that, you cannot even go and expect a women leader or someone. You find women mostly in the reception or somewhere, right? So I used to hide the fact that my parents are not there, and I have so much of things. I just used to say that I'm studying and I want to learn, and that's the reason I want to be a working partner. Whatsoever, I got an opportunity, and wherever I got an opportunity, I tried to make the best out of that. Whatever work I could get my hands on, I used to say yes to every kind of thing. I learned. I got very little money, but it was kind of manageable, because I didn't have any other thing other than, food and a little bit of travel, and somehow managing the, everything by staying with women, of course, in paying guest accommodation and all that. So that's how I started. And I never ever felt low and down. So my way of coping was that when you feel emotional and you think that, okay, this is really draining you out, decide what's your what is your big goal. Have you reached 0.0001% towards your goal today? And if the answer is yes, then Vartika, you are in the right direction. Move ahead. So
that's
when
great.
when I had that kind of a mindset, I see, it's about goal. It's also about mindset, right?
Yeah.
How you are taking care of your mind, how you're taking care of your emotions. Sometimes a lot of emotions used to, haunt me a lot. So I used to say that, okay, these emotions are very important. I don't ignore you, but for the time being, because I'm so bogged down with so many things, I would lock you for about a year or two, and I'll open you and I will cry my heart out. So I will give you that chance, but please allow me to focus on my work now. So that's how I
excellent, Pratika ji. The way you told, like, if you're having any kind of emotion, आपके अंदर कुछ ऐसी पीड़ा है जो निकलने के लिए तैयार है, आपने उसको बोला थोड़ा सा रुक जाओ ना, थोड़ा ठहरो, I will call you, your turn will come up. लेकिन तब तक थोड़ा मुझे जो मैं करना चाहती हूँ मुझे करने दो. I think वो सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में आप ये चीजें डालते हैं तो वैसे ही आपका दिमाग काम करने लगता है. मुझे लगता है आप एंटरप्रेन्योर के साथ साथ आपने ना सबसे ज्यादा जो काम किया है अपने दिमाग पे किया है. That's how your journey is. मुझे जो लग रहा है
entrepreneurship is all about mind and heart, दिल से क्या करना चाहते हो, दिमाग को कैसे यूज करते हो आप to do what the heart wants, right? So it's all about that. And अगर आपका mental health, if your mental health is fine, then you will be more clear. Then you will identify faster how your situation is, and you will be able to find solution to work out on that, right? So इस तरह से मैंने आपको मैनेज किया अपने आप को. Why I'm telling this thing? Because मुझे पता है बहुत सारे लड़कियां जो सोचती है कि अच्छा, being sensitive is my weakness, being very emotional is my. I'm telling you, this is not your weakness. This is your strength. Use it as your strength. आपको कोई भी बोले, don't trust them, don't trust anybody who says that आप sensitive हो, आप सारे लोगों को लेके चलना चाहते हो, आप सुनना चाहते हो लोगों के, आप बताना चाहते हो, तो this is your weakness. No, it's not your weakness. These are the things which tell us and shows us the way कि हमें क्या करना है. These lets us to handle our emotions well. Okay, unless and until we believe that this is our strength, this will continue being our weakness. So recognize that your weaknesses can also be your biggest strength. Can you convert them?
Wow,
Can you
that's a good
convert
one.
them?
That
When
your
you say yes,
weakness could be your strength.
yes.
course, and
Weakness
that
and
is-
strengths are two parts of two sides of the coin actually. Nothing else. आप कैसे उनको workout करते हो? See,
Like
मेरे
even-
पास कोई option नहीं था.
even if today, earlier, like even in corporates or at workplaces, normally the recruiters used to hire the one who are having higher IQ, but today's time scenario has changed, and the science also has proven the ones who have got higher EQ are more people management person, and that's how the EQ has given more weightage or importance while hiring or while selecting anyone for whatever responsibilities or whatever. And you are saying so rightly, Vartika, like when you shared about your childhood also. See, your journey from there to being an entrepreneur, I also want to know that you faced so much of hardships in your very small age, I would say, and your father was into work, right, a state government official. Then how this thought of being entrepreneur arrived, and what was the inspiration in such a small or such a young women at that point of time? What drive you towards entrepreneurship? Because so many, as you also mentioned that so many people, not only women but so many people, they think that yes, we want to get into entrepreneurship, but immediately they are surrounded or haunted by so many thoughts, negative thoughts, I would say, and ultimately succumb and get into some work, or they join jobs.
Yes, exactly.
Drive you to even after having so many failures or rejections in beginning, so what was that force that took you that yes, you need to do or get into only entrepreneurship? Can you please share those thoughts?
Sure. So as far as, because this is one question which has come to me several times, and in the beginning I had no answer because I did not know. And as I went back and back to my childhood, okay, what I could remember and recollect is that father used to ask us, what do you want to become? Okay, my father was a very progressive person, and he always, we have 4 sisters and 1 brother, but after my mother's death, whatever time father spent with us, I think he is the one who has shaped us up inside as very, very strong women. So he asked us, what do you want to become? And when I was very young after my mother's death, even at that time he wanted me to travel to places and do something that whatever is needed in the family and all that, we all did it, everything together. And I used to travel places and do things at the time. So one day I asked him, I remember I asked him that मैं तो इतनी छोटी सी हूँ, मैं जाऊंगी कैसे करूंगी, ये करूंगी. I'm एक बात मैंने और बता दिया था, I was a girl, right? So he said, never believe anybody who tells you that आप कुछ ऐसे हो तो आप ये नहीं कर सकते हो. And तब मुझे थोड़ा सा ऐसे फील हुआ था, पापा मुझे भेज रहे हैं and all that, ऐसे फील हल्का सा हुआ था. But I really feel that probably that was the seed from which I grew the way I wanted to. Because मैंने कोई भी चीज impossible नहीं सोचा. And anybody telling that आप female हो या आपको gender को लाते हैं बीच में, to say that these are possible or these are not, उन चीजों को मैंने कभी care नहीं किया, because मुझे लगा कि these are just talks, तो ये जो एक seed of I would say confidence, seed of clarity father ने मेरे अंदर डाला उस वक्त as a child. So I think that has shaped me up. So here I want to bring a very important point. Whether a boy or a girl, the childhood years are very, very important. We learn from what we see. Right? We learn from what we see. So all these things that we see and we hear come out as seeds. So, I think my sister has also joined probably today. I told her to join, I don't know. But they tell that, every one of them, they felt that father's way of teaching us about life has been the strength that has been behind us, to give us the wings that we really needed when he was not there. So entrepreneurship is something I wanted to create change, and I wanted to be in the field of creativity, creating something. I did not want to do a job that is not giving me happiness, and that's not, see, anything without a purpose, that I did not want to do, because I've seen life's toughest, toughest life situations. I've seen that how people can change, how situations can be so detrimental to your living, how life can get shattered in moments. I've seen that all. Okay, so I really wanted to be somewhere creating change, because if I'm not creating change, then I'll not feel worth living. I will not feel, because it's not only to live and not only to work and not only to get money that I can ever dedicate an important life to. So if I have certain understanding, I wanted to use it to better use, and that's how my work shaped.
Is all about.
Yes, that's how it shaped.
Because even you like the beautiful song, the wordings are, I'm on vacation every single day.
Oh, that's my favorite.
I love my occupation.
Oh God, that's my most favorite song. And whenever I feel very good and when I don't feel that much good, I listen to that. It's my favorite, most favorite.
Because you love your occupation. But I love that line, that I love my occupation. आप बताएं, आपके occupation में ऐसा क्या है जो आपको खींच के रखता है, बांध के रखता है?
हाँ, बताती हूँ. See, every time you are doing something and you are creating some kind of change. Let me talk about Wade Foundation. So let me give you a little background about why we started. So in 2016, I started Wade Asia. Wade Asia, I started as a platform for women in design, architecture, art. And I understood that unless and until I do it big, impact will not be created. See, smaller things are required, and it's very important to give attention to details. But unless and until you are able to impact larger section of the society, your impact will not be beneficial for people, right? This was my feeling as an entrepreneur, right? And as a change maker, I wanted to bring and I want to recognize the contribution of women in design, art, and architecture. Women, women designers, women architects, women engineers, they did not have a single platform where their work was getting recognized. So I felt that it's very important, because women, because of the biological role as mothers and all, they're having multiple kind of work. They are now able to with our platform. So they were not able to showcase their work. They were not able to network, because networking always takes a backseat for women, if you have seen, thanks to the online programs and everything, that we are able to meet each other. Otherwise, as mothers, as caretakers and nurturers of our homes while doing the work, we will always give networking a backseat, and then try to pursue our business in whatever way we can, in our best way. So I felt that giving them a platform to network, making sure that the mentors and mentees are meeting, doing the important talks where they can learn things in 2-3 days. These are very, very important aspects where Wade India and Wade Asia came forward. And we felt, why not to bring in women also from Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Nepal, and all these places, even from London, Dubai. I invited women to come and speak in our platform, to interact, to be with us, to be our guest for 2-3 days and all that. That really, really created the impact. And I believe, girls from about more than 14 states participated. Girls, young girls. There were some girls from their city, from their town. Nobody had represented any kind of a platform as a woman. So we feel good about making this change. Because see, unless and until you are creating platform for those people who are not having a platform, then what's the use of doing anything, right? So that's Wade Asia for women in architecture and design. So when in 2019, I felt that all these women.
So sweet.
2019, I felt that Weed Asia has about members and all connected together. We are connected to about 20 to 25,000 women, right? I felt that
Wow.
women power needs to be nurtured and it needs to be harnessed for more work. Okay. And that time I was really kind of dying to work for environment, for water especially. Okay. And I wanted we women, if you look at villages, women are perceived to be the ones who should be fetching water, isn't it?
Yes.
And if you look at some data, like let me share some data with you. World's 16% population is in India, but we have only 4% freshwater resources. And out of that 4%, 70% of our rivers are contaminated. Okay. And if you look at some data by the groundwater report, you'll see that out of 700 districts, more than 250, they have reported critical for water. Critical. So from critical, it's going to get worse. So this is the kind of exploitation of groundwater that's happening. And if you look at villages, if you go by the National Commission of Women's report, you'll see that women, especially Rajasthan and these parts, they travel for more than 2.5 kilometers per day for water. And that too, spending time for water, searching for water sources is another wastage of time. Okay, so these are the kind of things women are facing, and this is the kind of situation of water. So what we thought as an entrepreneur, now let me come to how entrepreneurship helps, okay, and why not just a business, and why we need so many entrepreneurs, and why we need so many women entrepreneurs today, is that I felt that women, when they take charge, they can make changes. Water and women, if they come together, and if we as a platform create an avenue for entrepreneurship through water, how will that be? Think of women, think of hundreds and thousands of women who are entrepreneurs and helping in the water conservation, preservation, and rainwater harvesting. Think that was the seed for which the world record in 2019 was created, where more than 500 women came together to form a W, at the NSIC ground, as ambassadors for change for water awareness and conservation. So 2020, it was our plan to take this project to, to connect CSR funds. See, companies have funds for environment, for women, for water. So any company who want to really work on something serious about environment, for women or for water, we wanted to connect the women together. We wanted to train the women first. Okay, training the women for entrepreneurship, for water awareness, for how to create this kind of self-sufficient, water self-sufficient water sources for different urban areas and rural areas. Okay, and then expanding the network and making the funds available for this kind of things, and making women's not only fetching the water, but becoming entrepreneurs who are actually earning and also solving a problem. That was, and that is still there. And this is something that I'm taking up. And we had called for, projects that women would like to submit to us. And as soon as, these projects come in and all that, we're going to have Dwivedi 2022 in the month of May this year, from 6th to 8th of May. And we are calling in women to come and present their all these proposals and everything, because I believe that whatever ideas we have, I have, or my team has, other women, when they come together, we are going to have more ideas together, right? So it's all about ideas, bringing in the funds, having a motivation and intention for change, and entrepreneurship coming together. So this is something that, yes, I'm really so passionate about.
Oh, that's
so that
great.
makes me, answering to you, Niti, you asked me what makes me work every day and feel happy. So that makes me feel very happy.
Okay, so that's your occupation.
And
Yes.
Listening to your story, it is making happy, even we and we speak these audiences as well today.
I'm so happy. It's my pleasure.
Because see, environment, yes, we all talk about and we hear about, we do, the topics in essays, global warming, environment changes, but we never think about how we can change or can bring small change. And I think you are bringing not a small but a big change to our environment and to our country, definitely. And you, while sharing your story, you were telling that people used to think you are mad or maybe kuch
बच्चा
pagal hai.
है, छोटी है.
Let me tell
She's
you
quite
one
young to do each and everything.
Yes, yes.
let me tell you one thing. जो सिरफिरे होते हैं इतिहास वही लिखते हैं,
क्या बात,
समझदार सिर्फ दोहराते हैं. तो the
क्या बात है.
history is already been created, and I think whatever is going to happen in water conservation, it's going to be a repetition
Great.
of thought or your concept that you have already sowed in the mind of so many people, and it is going to be a big movement the way we are doing this hashtag women power, a global movement. Let me tell you, it has got presence in more than 23 countries, and Dr. Kiran Bedi is first face of this movement, and it is just like to bring some change and to do something better. Even this movement was started in 2020, and it was started by Mr. Director-Bigsea, who's a seasoned HR professional, and even he will be on this show. And with this pagalpan or the madness that he carries, he's also been declared as honorary women.
Yeah,
So
and
that's
we all are mad actually. He's writing, we all are mad. That's why we are doing it.
Yeah, I can read the messages from Mr. Bakshi. Yes, Mr.
Yeah,
Bakshi.
we all
Yeah,
are
it needs
mad.
a level of madness to create change. That's true.
Creative. Yeah, agree.
said कि इतिहास तो सिरफिरे ही लिखते हैं, तो यहाँ पे सब सिरफिरे इकट्ठे हैं. And the kind of thoughts we have, the kind of synergy we are creating, and with this I'm sure we are going to at least do something better to our society and to country as well. And sure, for all the work that you have done, you were awarded by our Honorable President Mr. Ramnath Kovind also. So share about that movement, how it happened, and then what was because even on your profile you have still have that picture wherein you are talking to the president one-to-one. So can you please share some insights about that?
Yeah, that was actually as women chair, co-chair for the Women Entrepreneurship Committee, we were supposed to present what we are going to do for the committee, and president wanted to hear from us,
Wow.
all the things that we wanted to do for the committee and all the projects that we have for women. So while I was talking to the president, I was sharing the aspects that we want to do, and I was sharing about Wade Asia and what Wade Foundation as well. That okay, these are the things, and this happened few years back, earlier, and after that a lot of things happened. And you're talking about Kiran Bedi ji, right? She was the first woman to set the stage of Wade Asia on fire, I would say.
Oh, that's great.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
She gave such a powerful speech, and
She's
the one actually. When I started Wade Asia, the only woman that I could think of would be the chief guest was Dr. Bedi. Wow. Because the kind of I follow her. I follow her like anything. Okay, and I walk on the path that she has set, and definitely you can understand the kind of the work I'm doing. I want to really do big change. Right, and those changes can only happen when you are following people like her. Right.
Agree.
And see, one more thing I will share. When you are saying when you think about any powerful lady, so there is no other name than Dr. Kiran Bedi. That is very true. When I had my women women power program here on the day of International Women's Day, we organized in 2016. She was the only my mind I will be having her as chief guest, and thankful to her that she honored my request, and she was here in Navi Mumbai felicitating so many women achievers on that day. And like as you were founder of this program, Mr. Bakshi is saying we all are bhakts of Dr. Kiran Bedi.
Dr. Bedi. एक बार बेदी मैम के लिए क्लैपिंग हो जाए ना अंशु जी.
recently she featured this book, authored this book by the name of Fearless
Fearless
Governance.
governance. Yeah, I have the copy.
I think all of us, all three of us were based on that inauguration. And, so great. And I think somewhere when even the universe sends the message that, okay, these are the people who can, collectively do something. And that's what is happening in today's show. All of us have got so many commonalities, and the way we are going, I'm sure even this hashtag Women Power a Global Movement, this all the chapters, 23 chapters, we have 23 countries we have got our presence in, and all the countries we will be taking this cause as our cause too. And definitely we'll join hands on this, Vartika, because
Sure.
it is something which as a responsible citizen, with as a responsible people, we need to take forward. And
Exactly.
it is, yeah. So one thing that comes to my mind, Vartika, looking at your profile, and you are doing so many things about women power and entrepreneurship innovations. One thing that I want to understand from you is you talked about carbon footprints also. That in environment, if we talk, this is, I think, the biggest challenge that we need to cater to. And with your this Asia or Wade Foundation, how you guys are, because so many people may not be knowing about what is carbon footprints and what the causes, what creates it. So can you please share some light on
Sure. Yes.
how
Yes.
we can curb this carbon footprints?
Right. See, very, very important thing, and you have taken out as a very important point. And I would like to share this thing in a very simple way, so that people can understand where what it is and why it is so important to address this issue. So when we were starting a magazine for architects and designers about 10 years back, Surfaces Reporter, we deliberately wanted to write about materials and products. At the time, all these interior design magazines were mostly about designs by the architects and designers, and showcasing with so many photos and text and all that. We wanted to come in that space, but to create some change. So what was the change we wanted? We wanted that architects and designers who are creating things with the help of materials and products, how to bridge that gap with knowledge. How to bridge that with knowledge rather than just functionality, how to bridge that with knowledge. Because when we bridge anything with knowledge, then materials contribute to the carbon footprint. Buildings contribute maximum for what is carbon footprint? It's about, when we use any product, any material, okay, so what amount of carbon it leaves in the environment. That's how the carbon footprint, we as human beings, we are, kind of how much of carbon footprint each and every one of us are responsible for. Likewise, for the entire life cycle of a building, where does the material go when you buy anything and after that you discard it? Where does it go? Unless and until we answer to that question, okay. See, if it is going to the, look at a simple example, the kind of how many toothbrushes we might have used, these plastic toothbrushes, since childhood. It might have been, it might fill a bag. Yeah, exactly. Do you know that these toothbrushes are still in the ground, and still it has not been consumed, and it has not been it is still there and affecting the environment. So that is the kind of, even if a small toothbrush can do this thing, think of the n number of things that we have consumed and just discarded like this. And think about the buildings. So there's something called circular economy. What is circular economy? It's about, how a product is being used, and after that, how the life cycle of the entire product can be discussed. It's called the product life cycle, circular economy. I'm going to talk about circular economy in one of the coming sessions. But these are sometimes talks that people think these should be left to the experts. Okay. But no, this is a very simple thing, that use a product which can be, discarded without leaving an imprint on earth. That's the only thing. Why are we going so much organic? Why are we using organic products and all that? So that it doesn't leave its, imprint on earth, and we should be responsible in that sense. So products and materials contributing to maximum use in the buildings, we wanted to contribute through knowledge, when we started Surfaces Report. So that was the intention, and that is where we stick to even today. We talk about architects, we talk about materials, products, and we talk about how a product, affects when it is used in terms of functionality, and how it impacts in terms of the environment. So, so this is how Surfaces Reporter was born, and I'm glad that it is still, doing its whatever it has started. For it is still continuing that objective.
एक्सीलेंट एक्सीलेंट। वर्तिका जी, मैंने एक आपके ऊपर लेख प्रकाशित हुआ था दैनिक जागरण में, उसमें लिखा था जीवन के थपेड़ों से निखरती हुई वर्तिका। तो वो जो एक शब्द था जीवन के थपेड़ों से निखरी हुई वर्तिका, तो वो जो जीवन के थपेड़े थे वो क्या क्या रहे, कैसे उनसे आप निकले? आपने बोला आप 5 साल पहले तक यदि आप जाते थे स्टेज पे, यू वर हैविंग दैट लाइक स्टार्टेड क्राइंग, और यू वर जो भी था आपके अंदर का आपका निकल आता था, एंड पीपल यूज्ड टू से अरे इफ शी इज इन शी इज ऑन स्टेज सो शी इज गोइंग टू क्राई। वो जो पीरियड था आपका, क्योंकि दो चीज मुझे बहुत एक दिमाग पे सेट हुई आपकी। ये पहले भी हम लोग बोल चुके हैं, हमारी जितनी भी लेडीज या जो भी नॉट इवन लेडीज जो भी देखने वाले हैं उनको ये बता दिया जाए कि व्हेन यू आर हैविंग अ गोल उसको कैसे फॉलो करें। मनी इज वेरी सेकेंडरी पॉइंट फॉर दैट। आई थिंक पहला आपका सिर्फ और सिर्फ दिमाग है। यदि आपने दिमाग को सेट कर दिया कि मुझे वहां तक पहुंचना है, तो पैसा भी आएगा, हिम्मत भी आएगी और उसके लिए काबिलियत भी आएगी। तो सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपको अपने गोल पर फोकस करके उसके ऊपर निरंतर काम करना है और कुछ नहीं। अभी हम वर्तिका जी से जो दूसरी पॉइंट है कि कैसे उन्होंने वो जीवन में इतना डाउन देखने के बाद उनसे कैसे वो उभरी, ताकि वो जो लेडीज हमारी घर में बैठी होती हैं कहीं ना कहीं कभी कभी डिप्रेशन में चली जाती हैं, गुड फॉर नो यूज ऐसा लगने लगता है जब बच्चे बड़े हो जाते हैं, घर में बैठ के बच्चे तवज्जो नहीं देते अपने पेरेंट्स को, तो कहीं ना कहीं लेडीज बैकफुट पे चली जाती हैं, बिकॉज कहीं ना कहीं बच्चों से लिंक टूट जाता है। तो ऐसी जो माताएं बहनें हमारे घर पे बैठ के ये कार्यक्रम यदि कभी इन फ्यूचर देखती हैं, तो उनके लिए वो मोटिवेशन दीजिए कि कैसे जीवन में ऐसा क्या था जिससे आप उभरी और कैसे उभरी।
राइट नीति जी, मैं आपका ये जो प्रश्न है इसमें आई वांट टू आंसर टू दिस इन 2 पार्ट्स। पहली भाग में जो है मैं बताना चाहती हूँ, I don't want to talk to the women. I want to talk to the families of the women here. I want to this message is for the families of the women here. I was talking to a very good architect a few days back, and she's someone I really respect. Her name is Shimon Javedi Kadri, and I was talking to her, and she said something which really touched my heart, and I thought that I will pass this message of her to everybody. So this message is for the families. I want to ask the families, when a child is born, kitna time lagta hai, how much time the mother needs to give to the child, how many years जो माँ को देना ही होता है, उसके बिना नहीं होता, कितना, मतलब मिनिमम हम करे तो कितना?
वर्तिका जी लाइफ लॉन्ग चला जाता है यदि बच्चा साथ रहे।
यस लेकिन क्या है ना, देखिए बच्चों को तो लाइफ लॉन्ग देना होता है, राइट? लेकिन 2 years आर द मोस्ट क्रिटिकल।
जी जी,
जो 2 साल है ना, पहला 2 साल जिसमें यू आर प्रेग्नेंट, यू आर गिविंग बर्थ, एंड आफ्टर सिंस बर्थ अप टू 2 years बहुत क्रिटिकल है। उसमें मदर हैज टू बी देयर काइंड ऑफ, राइट? एंड दैट इज द टाइम व्हेन उन 2 साल में अगर सबने मिलके अगर सपोर्ट किया एक माँ को, राइट? इट इज सेड दैट इट टेक्स अ विलेज टू रेज अ चाइल्ड। लेकिन क्या होता है, एवरीथिंग इज लेफ्ट टू द मदर, राइट? अच्छा ये तो माँ है, उनको ही करना है माँ है, लेकिन ऐसी बात नहीं। जब फैमिली में एक डिसीजन लिया जाता है कि बेबी इज गोइंग टू कम, आई थिंक सबका एक पार्ट होता है कि हाँ वी हैव टू सपोर्ट हर, सो दैट ये 2 साल जो दे रही है उसमें वो बहुत खुशी से दे और हम उसे सपोर्ट करें इस बच्चे को एक साथ रेज करने के लिए। आई अंडरस्टैंड देयर न्यूक्लियर फैमिलीज एंड ऑल दैट, बट एक योगदान वाली जो बात है ना, योगदान वाली बात जब होती है ना, तो विमेन को एक आसरा मिलता है, उसको एक सपोर्ट मिलता है कि वो जो भी प्रोफेशन में है, जो भी कर रही है, उसको करते हुए थोड़ा बहुत, एंड इसके बाद फिर से मेजर प्रॉब्लम क्या देखा गया इज दैट women when they are taking a long break they are not able to come back. वो ब्रिज ही नहीं कर पाते. क्यों नहीं कर पाते? कई बार तो लैक ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस हो जाता है. अच्छा मैं बहुत पीछे चली गई, मैं कैसे करूं, होगा क्या, मेरे से होगा क्या, ये तो बहुत आगे चले गए. सेकंड होता है कि अब मुझे समझ ही नहीं आता उतना, कैन आई अपस्किल और नॉट. ओके, इसके बाद होता है कि मैं ऐसे करूंगी तो ये इनका क्या होगा, उनका क्या होगा, क्योंकि इतनी सारी चीजें तो उनके ऊपर है. राइट, होता है कि नहीं? दीज आर द थ्री थिंग्स.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. हाँ,
अब हम सीन 2 सोचते हैं.
जी.
सीन 2, अ फैमिली जिसमें ठीक है 3-4 लोग हैं जो भी हैं, एंड ऑल द 3 other people, 2 other people, 1 जो भी है, दे सपोर्टिंग द वुमन इन सच अ वे दैट द वुमन, ये बात क्लियर है कि आप ये 2 साल जो आप दे रहे हो, राइट, इन 2 सालों में आई एम गोइंग टू सपोर्ट यू इन दिस वे, शी इज गोइंग टू सपोर्ट यू इन दिस वे, एवरीवन इज सपोर्टिंग. एंड 2 सालों के बाद she is equally going to use her talent, competence, intellect, and continue her journey for everything else, right? This is how things should happen. Unless and until women force from India and from the world are coming and वो अपने intellect, अपनी competence, अपनी energy को नहीं दे रहे, no economy, no family can really grow. Right? So to understand all these things, एक family, एक economy, एक फैमिली की इकोनॉमी का छोटा सा यूनिट है, राइट? Families will grow more when women will come. Women will be happy. They will be doing things of their life. Okay, and this is possible as a team. जैसे हम कंपनी में एज ए टीम बहुत सारी चीजों को अचीव कर पाते हैं. लाइकवाइज द वुमेन का जो बायोलॉजिकल रोल है, जो 2 साल तक उनको देना है, मिनिमम मैं बता रही हूँ, किसी का 3 साल भी हो सकता है, किसी का 1 साल भी हो सकता है, बट देन वुमेन उस पीरियड को बहुत एंजॉय करके, ना कि हम क्या होगा इसके बाद, नो, सपोर्ट लेना. एंड अनदर थिंग, वुमेन शुड नो हाउ टू आस्क फॉर हेल्प. वुमेन शुड नो हाउ टू प्लान इंटेलिजेंटली. ये अगर नहीं सोचे हम, तो हम कहीं ना कहीं हम सबके ऊपर तो नहीं रह सकते, राइट? वी हैव टू बी इंटेलिजेंटली प्लानिंग थिंग्स. वी हैव टू नो, अच्छा शुड आई, एंड डोंट हेजिटेट बिफोर आस्किंग फॉर हेल्प. डोंट हेजिटेट. ठीक है, कोई 5 चीजें नहीं कर पाए आपके लिए, 1 चीज तो शायद कर ले, राइट? या खुद ना कर पाए, किसी और को तो सजेस्ट कर दे कि अच्छा मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगी, लेकिन शी कैन और ही कैन प्रॉब्ली डू. अरे पूछ के तो देखो, बोल के तो देखो, है ना, आस्क तो करके देखो, राइट? हमारा भी तो एक पार्ट है योगदान में, राइट? तो हम अपने लिए तो इतना तो करें. तो आई विल से दैट आगे के जो द कमिंग टाइम, फैमिलीज शुड नो दैट जब एक बच्चे का बर्थ होने वाला है, देन इट्स द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी फॉर एवरीबॉडी. if the mother is a working mother and she wants to, वो क्या करना चाहती है इसके बाद. इनफैक्ट इसमें तो ऐसे होना चाहिए that the mother is getting some kind of कि ठीक है फाइन, यू आर गोइंग टू बी इन दिस पीरियड, आपको ये पैसा आपके पास आ रहा है, ओके, आप इसको पीरियड को बहुत अच्छे से आप करो, ओके, इस पीरियड को बहुत अच्छे से एंजॉय करो, एंड आप अपने वर्क को भी इस तरह से कंटिन्यू करो. फॉर एग्जांपल मान लीजिए कोई आर्किटेक्ट ही है, सपोज, ओके, बिकॉज मैं इस फील्ड में I'm giving example. Architect है and she's just given birth, okay, and she's going through all these things like बच्चे को इतना ज्यादा टाइम देना and all that. उसमें से जब उसको चांस मिला, she's just upgrading herself with lot of other things, like maybe architectural writing में आ गई, या फोटोग्राफी में कुछ ट्राई कर रही है, कुछ ना कुछ अपस्किलिंग कर रही है, something that will add on to her. Another way of doing thing is that talking to the company and doing something, okay, I'm not in this, but I want to be part of this 10% of the thing. Jisme 3 days a week I want to do like this. Why you need to do this? Because when you do this, you'll always feel connected, because the major challenge women face about coming back to work and feeling enough confidence is about losing the track. So don't lose track. उतना आपको करना है. आपको फैमिली, आपके जितने भी आपके रिलेटिव्स है, फ्रेंड्स है, उनसे सपोर्ट लेना, हैविंग इंटेलिजेंटली प्लान करना. आई विल से कि सबका सिचुएशंस डिफरेंट है, सबके आसपास के लोग डिफरेंट है, लेकिन करना आप ही को है.
Very strong.
आप सेंटर में हो सब कुछ का.
First of all, do not hesitate in asking for any help, and if we will plan intelligently, I think the vacuum that is being created, and which is called vacuum syndrome also, that happens in most of the mothers cases, wherein they just dedicate the entire time to the household or house, nurturing the house. And as Madhurena is also saying that yes, women start and execute any project flawlessly, and they are natural problem solvers. Definitely, but they are.
हमारे Bakshi ji is really eager to come up, Dr. Bakshi. I think we should call him now.
I'm also eager to meet him.
Yeah, because like he's like, oh my God, Vartika is talking like a grandmother. He's going to come.
Not about the age, it is about the experience and the kind of experience she has. I think
बचपन में ही कोई माँ बन जाए ना, बचपन में ही तो नानी भी बन जाती है बहुत जल्दी.
what I'm
Agree.
Experience, it's not about the age, and experience is the biggest teacher. And as we say, the life is the biggest teacher. Life meaning the experiences basically, and the kind of experience she has gained in her life, I think it's spontaneous, I would say. So it is fabulous.
वर्तिका जी ना बहुत प्यारी डांसर भी हैं, बहुत प्यारी सिंगर भी हैं. जब तक हम डॉक्टर बख्शी को कॉल पे लेते हैं, आई जस्ट रिक्वेस्ट हर. See, Vartika ji, I really love to sing all the time. मैं आपको सुनना जरूर. जब तक हमारे
मैंने तो सोचा ही नहीं कि ये भी this will also come.
ये भी आ सकता है.
हाँ, ये भी आ सकता है. चलो, prepared तो हमेशा ही रहना होगा. क्या गाऊं?
With the family, we always try to give in a very I would say very humorous way, or very easy way. We try to give the learnings or the inspirations in to whomsoever we can. So that's how you will not find it is very serious kind of format for this show, and it creates lots of relatability also.
It's a lovely format, Anshul. It's a lovely format. Lovely, I would say.
So very much.
It's the one word I have.
Bakshi. And see now, Bakshi, Mr. Bakshi, you can. I think you might be
Mr.
knowing.
Bakshi को हम लोग welcome करते हैं. Me and Neeti singing together.
जी,
yeah?
Okay. Tell me
कौन सी? Which song?
चलिए उसी से करते हैं जो आपको पसंद है. आओ हुजूर. चलिए आप शुरू कीजिए. आई गिव यू सपोर्ट.
आओ हुजूर तुमको सितारों में ले चलूं. दिल झूम जाए ऐसी बहारों में ले चलो.
आओ हुजूर आओ. हाय क्या बात है वर्तिका जी, दिल छू लिया.
थैंक यू.
बख्शी सर, इतना खूबसूरत सा कभी वेलकम हुआ है आपका किसी शो में?
Even the guest you sir, इससे ज्यादा क्या चाहिए, like so.
कहाँ है अब बख्शी जी, कहाँ है? हमने इतना वेलकम किया उनको, अभी
एग्जैक्टली.
मैं तहे दिल से आपको रियली शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ. The way you welcomed me, I am honored, and I am an honorable woman on the show, for sure. And I was listening to you. I am in a hurry because I have to join another global program in London. But I can tell you, I have written on the chat also. How old are you? How young are you?
That's a secret.
Don't tell Vartika ji. नहीं, Dr. Bakshi, you are an honorable woman, so you must know that लड़कियों का ना एज नहीं पूछते.
How young are you? And the way she has been talking, I was thinking she's like a grandmother.
मैंने बताया ना, जब बचपन में को माँ बन जाता है तो क्या होता है? I had 3 sisters, 1 brother I had to take care of. बचपन में ही माँ बन गई थी, तो बहुत जल्दी नानी तो बनी गई, दादी नानी जो भी बोलिए बन गई बहुत जल्दी.
No, man, I'm really surprised because your mom, expired when you were only 9-year-old. She must be watching you from that part of the world, and she must be giving a big round of applause because we feel proud of you today. What you spoke. And
I want her to be proud.
And I tell you, the way you spoke like a grandma. You gave me also some tips The
Really?
way, really, I tell you, and it's amazing experience you shared. First of all, I would like to thank my super duper women power, Anshul Sharma and Niti Sharma. They are powerful women from Mumbai. I mean, for always getting very powerful women powers on the show. And today again, they got someone who is really so powerful. कहाँ रहते हैं? मुंबई रहते हैं आप?
I
Delhi,
live in
sir.
Delhi. I live in
दिल्ली
Delhi.
रहते हैं? ओ कहाँ? दिल्ली में कहाँ रहते हैं?
Delhi, South Delhi,
साउथ दिल्ली। हाँ, किस जगह?
Sia Park, Chitranjan Park.
आप तो बहुत नजदीक में हैं।
आप कहाँ रहते हैं?
हम तो नोएडा में हैं अभी।
Okay, right now I'm in Jaipur, but
Yeah.
yes, I live in Delhi.
Fantastic journey of excellence, super journey of excellence, amazing journey of excellence, and awesome. I want to tell you, awesome. आपकी जो voice modulation है, articulation है, what you said is more beautiful than you are. I will do it big round.
Yes, agree.
And I tell you, I was watching this show and I got really goosebumps, you know, what you're talking. And the way you are, my two great women power are questioning you a lot. And the way you could respond to those questions and give us some beautiful tips. Those who have been watching you or those who will watch you feel proud of Vartica. What a powerful name, Vartica. पहले आपका नाम ही इतना powerful है. उसके बाद इतनी powerful personality आप है. इतनी young age पे आपने इतना अच्छा काम पिछले 10 साल में जो आपने किया है, in terms of business entrepreneurship is fantastic. I am saluting you for what you are.
Thank you so much.
And
So, sir, and today is the powerful day. It is
Basant Panchami.
And Panchami.
synergies, and moreover, she is also mentee of our mentor,
Dr.
Dr.
Kiran Bedi. तो
100%,
आपको
100%.
5th of March.
I'm big fan. मतलब I can't tell you how much.
अब आप लिखिए 5 मार्च पूरे दिन के लिए you need to be at India Habitat Center. Ladies and gentlemen who are watching right now, I would like to talk about two events, face-to-face events which are happening 26th of February at Bangkok, Rembrandt Hotel, full day, 10 to 4. Is going to be a big event, 150 women together. Madam Suchitra Durai, our Indian ambassador, is the chief guest. And there are 4 women ambassadors in Thailand from different countries. They will be guest of honors. And we will be, in fact, felicitating Achan, we call it Achan, Dr. Chirapat, who has been given Padma Shri by Narendra Modi recently. He is our great friend. We know him. He's a scholar. He is a great educationist. And we'll be felicitating him also on the show.
Okay.
And on that day, we will have, a panel discussion. Again, different nationality people are joining from Germany, from Spain, from Indonesia, from Malaysia, and from England, from America. And after that, there's going to be case studies presentation, and there's going to be dance performances. Indian dance, Bollywood, Thai dance, Spanish, and I think New Zealand dance. Dr. Manisha Bose, who is our chapter head Bangkok, along with Gandhi Institute, who is partner into the event, Sanjay Kumar, both of them are doing a wonderful job right now. And we have got huge amount of money which has come in from my friends. Indian Association of Thailand, Indian ITCC, Indian Thai Chamber of Commerce, Thai Sikh Association, Thai Sindhi Association. You talk any association, they have come forward.
Great.
You talk any company of India, they have come forward. We have already got enough money in hand to do the event. We will not be spending any money from Global Talent or anywhere else. So we are ready for 26th of February. Second event, which is a very powerful event, and I know Anshul is traveling to Delhi for sure. Niti ka mujhe pata nahi hai, but confirm kiya hua hai. This is going to be India.
We both.
Both, okay. This is at India Habitat Center, 5th of March, 22, Saturday. Again, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Dr. Kiran Bedi is our guest of honor. She will be there. And we are trying to work out with Smriti Irani or Madam Lekhi because of election, we are not sure. But along with Dr. Kiran Bedi, there's going to be very powerful women who will be joining. We have Malini Avasti already confirmed. Puja Bedi will be coming. Kanaz Masani, Shazia Almi, Subui Khan, couple of more women, as well as we'll have chairperson of ONGC. We'll have women from Indian Oil. We'll have Mr. Siddiqui Maruti's thing. He will be doing one panel discussion on women empowerment with 4 ladies. We'll have Dr. Asha Bhandarkar. She'll be doing another panel discussion with 4 ladies. And we will have case studies, which Saloni Cole is leading. Case studies of 4 women who have struggled, slogged, and gone to success. And Manisha, chapter head of Delhi, is Manisha Sharma. This is not Manisha Bose. This is Manisha Sharma. Manisha Sharma from Delhi chapter is leading the event. And along with her is Dr. Rashi. And of course, my team, Varsha, Niti, and Harsh, they are there. So we have not got any rupee till now in hand. But we are struggling, but we will certainly be making 2 important things on that day. One, we'll be releasing Women Power, a global song on that day in the morning. It's being sung by the Nightingale of Thailand and Thai Indian girl, whom I named Nightingale 2015. She sings for Bollywood also. She'll be singing our song, which is a Women Power song of our this movement. Second, we will be releasing a book wherein top 10 women whom I have interviewed on this will be released on that day, starting with Dr. Kiran Bedi and all others. So, Vartica, you have an invitation from us to be there.
Sure.
Us on
You are
that day.
doing a lot.
And,
You are doing a lot.
And in case you would like to do a case study of yours, I will tell Varsha, Manisha to get in touch with you, or Saloni. Saloni is doing case.
We will have her case study.
Yeah, so we can take your case study. You can make your case study presentation on the show. That's in the afternoon. So having said that, I don't know, I have no words, speechless. And
thank you. And even I'm speechless. I must intervene and tell you that I'm speechless after knowing so much of things you people are doing. I was not knowing all those things so much.
This is a team.
Yeah, of course. As a team, you people did so much, and this cannot be done unless and until the big, motivation, big kind of change that you people want to bring.
That's
right.
Where mad people come together. That's where mad people come together. ये अंशु पागल है, ये नीति पागल है. I want to announce another thing also. Today is the birthday of one of the super duper women power in Spain, Milane Falve.
Oh, wow.
From day one.
Hey, Milani, happy birthday.
Yeah, so I spoke
happy birthday from my side also. Stay blessed.
She is again a very strong, and people do not know her much in Europe. She is well known in Asia Pacific. I told her today again. So she is another powerful woman who has been with us last 2 years. So having said that, only mad people get together. And this hashtag Women Power is for people like you, Vartica, who are actually sharing your success story, telling the world when you can do it, why can't they do it?
Yes,
exactly.
When you can do it, why can't? So you have an opportunity on 5th March to go on this program.
Sure.
Therefore,
I'll be talking to Anshul and Niti, and I'll be talking about understanding what we can do.
Anshul Niti is the board of directors of hashtag Women Power. ये तो मेरी जान है, मेरी बाजू है, ये देखो ना कितना स्ट्रॉन्ग है.
Of course.
बाजू है. ये लोग तो मेरे पागलपन में शामिल हैं. ये मेरे को अगर मैं कभी बैठता हूँ तो ये मुझे पागलपन में उठा देते हैं. So having said that, I would like to thank Vartica from the core of my heart on behalf of Global Talent Company as well as Power, and of course, many thanks to my dears Anshul and Niti. They're so sweet, so lovely. They keep getting people like you to share the thoughts. God bless all of you. Basant Panchami ki Bharibad ho, and we all should keep on talking, sharing stories. And 5th March, Vartica Dwivedi presents her case study. I will tell.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And it will be an honor for us. I want to tell you.
It's an honor for me. It's an honor for me.
It will be an honor for us. It will be an honor for us.
Thank you.
Thank you. An honor to us. You missed out one thing, saying that third program we will have in Mumbai, and
Yeah.
7th April.
it's on 7th of April as of now, and if there is any changes, that will also be notified in our subsequent sessions. And so now
Dr.
again,
Kiran and Dr. Kiran Bedi will be the guest of honor.
yes,
Of course.
Exactly.
all the guest speakers on our chapter, they are supposed to be there. They have to be there, in fact. And Vartica, certainly, since Delhi is nearby, first you come on 5th March and then here on 7th April also.
Then we'll take
Sure.
Vartika ji with us,
Pallavi
back to Mumbai.
Joshi.
Yeah,
Pallavi
why not?
Joshi will be there on your show on 7th of April whenever it is in Mumbai.
Woo.
Raj ko bhi bolunga. And we will get
Okay.
4 or 5 Bollywood actresses there.
Yes.
And so
Thank
it's
you.
great. And as again, I'll just close on a note. Normally we close, on saying some quote about empowering or some powerful quote. But today, having Vartika as our guest speaker, since she's doing so much to save our environment and our planet, I will just close on a note saying, सूरज की किरणें जब पड़ती हैं धरती पर, सूरज की किरणें जब पड़ती हैं धरती पर, तभी होता है सवेरा. पेड़ लगाओ, धरती बचाओ, तभी कर पाओगे धरती पर बसेरा. So, ladies and gentlemen, and even kids, if we want to live on this planet, I think we need to save the planet by protecting ourselves and our, protecting our planet, and roping more and more trees, planting more and more trees, and saving the natural resources.
True.
So thank you so much, each
Thank
and
you
every
so very much.
stay
Yes.
connected. And again, as I always say, this is just a comma, it is not a full stop. We'll come again with another powerful story in next episode. So thank you so much, Mr. Bakshi.
Thank you.
And
Yes, thank you. Thank you so very much, Dr. Bakshi and
Thank you,
Shilji, and
everybody.
definitely Vartika ji. शुक्रिया आपका हमारे शो में आने के लिए. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
Shukriya aap sabko. You people have been lovely, and it was my honor to listen to such words from Mr. Bakshi and Neeti and Anshul. I think last message that I would like to give to everybody is about, see, all of us, alone, any of us alone can do only that much, right? But coming together, we can do much bigger things. It has always been my passion to do something that can create change. While I was having the pressure to run business and get profit, it was my heart, it was craving to do something that can create change. And that led me to work for women, that led me to do something for water. And what I saw is the power of coming together when we did the world record. And I think now that we are meeting and we are talking to each other, let us work on ways how we can collaborate and make each and everyone's initiative bigger, results bigger. That's where the entrepreneurship should come in, and that's where I see the future. So with this, I would like to sign off, and thank you so much, and let's continue our discussions ahead and see how we can contribute to each other. Thank you.
Again, grandmother.
आप मुझे नानी बना के छोड़ेंगे. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
See you all.
And so Vartika is having a very beautiful and very charming daughter. I don't know about, and I, the kind of nurturing she is giving, it is fabulous. So
Anshul ने सब कुछ पता कर लिया. She has done so much of research. Okay, we'll catch you up again.
Definitely. Okay.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.